Okay, hello, welcome to my life live. So I wanted to show you something that I can do, and it's kind of me showing off. But before I do, I wanted to tell you about the super coolest experience that I had yesterday. So I went to Lagoon. There's my Lagoon sticker, or stamp, and I saw a kid that I taught in seminary like so many years ago, and it was one of the first classes that I ever had. And back then, when I was teaching seminary, like I was married to my husband, but I didn't have any kids. And as soon as I got married, I was like, let's make some babies. Like I wanted to have kids right away. But we actually didn't have any till 6 years later. And so for 6 years, I was just wanting kids so much. And so when I taught seminary, I had like this extra love for all of these kids, you know, kind of feeling like, you know, because there's a scripture, how many are the children of the desolate? And so I was just taking that very literally, like, these are all of my kids, you know, I know they have other moms, but they're mine. And there was one kid, I mean, I loved all the kids, but there was one kid that I just loved him so much. And I just had extra love for him. And I saw him, and it's been years since then, like 5+ years, 7 years, I don't know. And so I saw him yesterday at Lagoon, and he was he just looked great. And I met his wife, and they were just married in the temple. And he told me he was really into baseball. And I was like, oh, are you still playing baseball? Like, is that your thing now? And he's like, no, I gave myself an ultimatum, you know. He's like, I'm either going to go into baseball or I'm going to go on a mission. And he served a mission and in South Dakota or North Dakota. I can't remember what he said. I just was so excited to see him. And then even more excited to see that he had served a mission and was married in the temple. And here he was, so happy and glowing. And it really like touched my heart. And the scripture kept coming to my mind. It's like from 3 John chapter 3. I looked up this morning. It's chapter 3, verse 4. And it says like, I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth. And like, I'm not his mom, but just like Helaman called like the 12,000 or the 2,000 stripling warriors his sons, like I'm not that kid's mom, but he's like no less my son, and I just loved him so much. And really, I have my own kids now. I have 2 of my own kids, and I love them so much. But I recognize this love that I have for my kids as the same kind of love that I had for other children that I didn't give birth to. And so anyway, that's a little message for any of you moms out there who don't have any kids of your own, any kids that other people would describe as yours. So if you know someone like this, share this video. Just share this video on your page, because you just don't know. You just don't know who's struggling in their heart because they can't have children yet. Like, let them know that they can have children even if they don't give birth to them. Anyway, and I know for a fact now that I loved those kids as much as I love my own kids. And knowing that he's married in the temple and went on a mission, like, brings me so much joy, as if it was my own kids, as if it was Zula or Daisy. So anyway, that's something that I know for sure. And with that wonderful message this morning, I'm going to show you how I crack an egg for my family. Because cracking eggs is hard with paralyzed hands. It's not the easiest thing to do, and your hands get a little bit dirty, a lot dirty, but sometimes in life we just have to get our hands dirty. So thank you so much for liking this video and sharing this video, not just because of the message, but because really, I'm gonna crack an egg, and I want to show off to the world because this is really hard to learn. So I hold the egg like this with my one finger over it, and I have to tighten my hand a lot so that it doesn't fall out, and then I crack it. And then, can you kind of see? I crack it just a little bit, and then I take my pinky and I stick it in like this. Ah! Sometimes I get a shell. Sometimes. And then you have to get your hands really, really dirty. There we go. To get the shell out. It's better if it's a big shell than a little shell. You want to crack an egg, Zula? So, anyway, so that is my message for this morning. My heart is still on fire with how much love I have for my own children, the ones that I gave birth to, and the ones that I just love. And we're excited to eat some breakfast now. A little bit of a late... Did you see that? That was so good, Zula. You're so good at cracking eggs. Anyway, so thanks again for watching. Thanks again for sharing. Thanks again for liking this. Thanks again for being you. And thanks for letting me be me. Okay, that's it. That's it. Let's crack some more.